Don't cry. Dry your eyes. He's not dead. Whoa, don't cry. Not dry your eyes. He's not dead. Whoa. Oh, excuse me. I got to look carried away. Hi, Princess A. Any net 75. A Prima Wanda. Divine Design by Angie. How you doing? Toontown and Lady E. Deandra Jamerson. I don't remember that name. Sweet as pie. Hi. Hi, Egyptian goddess, the moderator. He's not dead. Whoa. Kirk Franklin. People, I see the streets are buzzing with the sound of Camille Samuels being dead. That's the story of the day. Now, people who watch me know I don't like him. I don't like his views. I don't like his commentary, but that's kind of irrelevant. We're going to report on it because it's a trending story. Apparently, this is #1 trending story on Twitter. Now, a lot of people are saying, well, why isn't the news reported it? No major outlet. Well, we have to understand that Camille Samuels might be big shit here on YouTube, right? But to the rest of the world who's not on YouTube, Kevin Samuels, what the hell is that? A blogger? You know. So no, you're not going to have the kind of news coverage that you would get with, say, a Michael Jackson. Still, they're reporting that Kevin Samuels is dead. People are, but you have to pay attention to who is reporting it, though. From what I can tell, it's only the small fries, which I would include myself in that category, the little people. We, the little people, are the only people talking about it. And the people on Twitter are the little people. And even TMZ or things like that, they will certainly be aware of Kevin Samuels. He's appeared on several shows here. He's on Breakfast Club. But now he would show up on something like, they'll cover it tomorrow. They're a little usually behind us because they've already did their show. But for the last hour, let me see. Hold on a minute. Whoa. Okay, I'm going to put in here, Kevin Samuels dead. Okay. All right. Empress Radio, Tim Jackson, Pokey Faloco, something like that. Cheers, we organized. All these people are covering it. Okay. Ajana X. Okay. A lady. All right. So everybody who's talking about it, none of them are credible sources. That's what I'm saying. But he's got like, damn. Oh my God. He's got pages. Honey, he's got as many pages, people covering this as Michael Jackson, somebody that died, right? Because he is, I guess, beloved to somebody, but he's more hated by people here on YouTube, right? My point is this. Here's my issue. Because enough people are talking about this, they all have their conjecture. My thing is, Kevin Samuels certainly knows how to use a computer. He makes his living on his computer. He's on virtually every day. He's got 1 million subscribers. Why can't this man come on here and say, I'm not dead, right? Or I'm yet alive. Or yes, I had an incident and I'm in the hospital, but I'm not dead. You can do that. It's only a couple of words, honey. I'm not dead. He has to be aware of it, right? So I'm thinking, is this a publicity stunt? Because you got the whole internet talking about you. You got the whole YouTube talking about you. You have every form of social media talking about Kevin Samuels in this last hour, right? He's got pages, he got several pages of people reporting on he's dead, right? So my thing is this: if he is not dead, why won't he just come and say he's not dead? That would imply that he was a part of this story or this publicity stunt, or he was just simply allowing it to happen to see where the numbers will go to. But we don't want to see you coming out here 2 or 3 days later, Kevin Sam, you talking about you didn't know about it. That's why you didn't say anything, right? So the possibility is it is something going on with him. He's in a hospital or something. Because just because you had a heart attack, that's what they're saying. He had a heart attack. That doesn't necessarily mean you're dead, right? He's relatively young. So even if some of the reports are true, some are saying he was unresponsive. Some people are saying that somebody arrived at his house and he had a heart attack. Whatever the situation is, we don't want you coming out here healthy in a couple of days, Kevin Samuels. So if you are alive, the very least you could do is to put all this to rest, because this will follow you, honey. The other possibility is that he's actually dead. Now, I would think that if this man was actually dead, some family member, some person close to him, one of his close subscribers, or his girlfriend or boyfriend or whoever he got, would have come forward and say, yes, Kevin has passed, right? But Google doesn't seem to have any interest in it. The only people who have an interest in it is social media, which is where he makes his living. What y'all think? Kevin Samuels dead? I was just talking about this shit about people playing with death yesterday. I was talking about that other guy. I forget his name. Trey Melvin. But this is something somewhat different. So they're suggesting that if it is a hoax or just a rumor or plant, someone else did it. They just did it to him, right? You know, they say Morgan Freeman's dead. They have these hoaxes. They say people are dead who are not dead, kind of thing. But those people come out and say, listen, this is not true. I'm yet alive. Don't cry. Mm-hmm. He's not dead. He's annoying. Junkie stunt. Thank you. Peace, love. People have different views. A lot of people a lot of women can't stand him. I can't stand him because of the way he treats women. I think it's disgusting, you know. So he gets an opportunity now to see what people really think about him if he is alive, right? To jump to the conclusion that he's dead, though, because he had a heart attack, I think it's kind of extreme. He is a relatively young person. He doesn't look somewhere between 40, 50 years old, right? So if he's in the hospital and he's incapacitated, but this man lives by social media, right? I'm sure he has a phone there. I'm sure there's somebody there with him. It would be so easy to say, I'm not dead, right? So we won't know, probably more than likely, we'll know by tomorrow if Kevin Samuels has actually passed away. If he's alive, he gets to see what people really think about him, because apparently Twitter, that's the big thing, is a buzz. It's number one trending topic. Mm-hmm. Hi, Ronnie Q. Mm-hmm. Deandra Jameson. Ain't no mur in there. It's Jameson. Okay. Customer service. I was waiting for you, Unc. Mm-hmm. Y'all see Jay Wilson over there today? Dropped my name. Said that, Rico gonna be like Timothy Blank, Uncle Timothy now. She just can't shut up. So she feels like my life is such a disaster. He thinks Rico's life is a disaster because Rico drinks, right? So his life is a wash up and a disaster. And then me, I'm 20 years off of drugs and alcohol. I don't even drink beer. I don't drink anything, right? And I'm still a disaster, right? So Rico is going to be like me. What's the terror and horror in that, Jay Wilson? whatever. We ain't gonna turn every conversation into that fool. We talking about Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuel wants to see how many people will cry for his death. Yes, sir. I'm saying that's the way I think, Ronnie Q. He wants to see how many people will cry about his death. He will only see people rejoicing. Yep. And a lot of these content creators too, if their channels are kind of dry, you know, you can throw a monkey wrench out there, girl, and just get you a viral video. So apparently now this has gone viral. Everybody's talking about Kevin Samuels for a couple of 2 or 3 days, whatever. It could be his own stunt. And we don't know, but I'm not going to be tiptoeing around the life of no goddamn Kevin Samuels, right? He's the one that women call into his channel, and he tells them to take their children down to the police station and turn them in because they are incapable of having children. This is a boy from the projects now. He got all the advice, yet he ain't got no relationship. All the advice on masculinity, yet everybody in the country seems to think that you're homosexual. All the advice on virtually everything to do with men and women, and yet I don't know that I'm not convinced that he's a part of the relationships between men and women. If you say that you are I ain't gonna do a whole lot of this now. If you say that you are a image consultant, what does that have to do with you crawling in my bed and telling me that I'm a fat pig? Anyway, we won't know till tomorrow. Or maybe they'll stay on there tonight. It seems extremely fishy to me, though, people. I'll tell you the truth. Very, very fishy. Let me see. All this is all opinion that I'm seeing on here. I don't see. TMZ will definitely report it. Okay. Breakfast Club, nobody like that. No, I never seen this. Look at all this damn buzz is getting, though, girl. And that's just on YouTube. Not responding to calls. Okay. Kevin Samuel was dead. This is from Mao Amaya or something. She says Kevin Samuel was dead. Question mark. Not responding to calls. Now, if you're not responding to calls and you know the whole internet is saying that you're dead, why would that occur? That would imply that it's actually you who's done this. This is a classic publicity stunt, right? Or if you are actually left here, then you wouldn't have the capacity. You wouldn't be able to. But Jesus Christ, I've never seen so much attention. Okay. Oh Lord. Oh, these are going to all the hateful pages. Yeah, he is not the beloved. I'll tell you that. So apparently, Kevin Samuels took a lot of this from. He was a fan of Tommy Sotomayor. They eventually fell out because Tommy Sotomayor accused him over and over again of stealing his stick, right? And there seems to be a lot of truth to that. He kind of sharpened it up and mixed his image consulting stuff in with that, with the Tommy Sotomayor rants on women kind of thing. So now when the woman calls his show, he asked her, how much do you weigh? Women, don't be sitting up here taking this abuse. If somebody asks you how much, nigga, how much you weigh, how much your mammy weigh, and you hang up, that's your response. That's your proper response, honey. How much do you weigh? You're not a high quality, silly ass fool thing. Anyway, let me stop. I don't want these people coming out here talking about he dead tomorrow. And look what Timothy Blaine said. At least you ain't talking about Jay Wilson. Give me time, baby. Give me time. Let me see what y'all say. Thanks for coming in, Egyptian goddess. Kwani was dragging Jay Wilson. I hope Unc gets to that today. Another hated motherfucker. She had her nose in everybody's business again today, as usual, girl. Said it was an accidental death, according to his new brothers. What is noob? What is that? The manosphere? Accidental death. How you accidental death? Is he a drug overdose? I overheard that. I also heard that on there. A heart attack ain't no accidental death, though. Ain't no accident of nature, honey. Okay. What's the obsession with death, baby? I don't know. I know some of these niggas would do anything for clout, right? Now he done managed to work his way up to 1 million subscribers. But what I've seen, and I've only watched his show one time just to get my opinion about him. I made a couple of videos based on that. I think I might have peeked in there maybe 2 times after that just for content's sake. But I'm just saying. I forget. Anyway, his whole life is just manipulating this internet and getting these numbers up. So we're not surprised if it is a hoax. But he's gonna pay a price for if he had playing those kind of hoax. I was talking about that yesterday. A lot of people don't find it funny, right? Now if he comes back tomorrow or 2 days from now, he's talking about, oh, I was in vacation in Bahamas. Oh, so the Bahamas don't have no internet? You don't know that you're the #1 trending story on Twitter? You don't know that you got 3 pages of videos being made about you on YouTube? How could you not know that, honey? Hello, I'm not dead. That's all it would take, girl. Show your face. He probably leaked this. That's the way my mind works, Blue Skies. Is Trey Melvin? No, Trey Melvin, that was yesterday. Trey Melvin, he had his obituary picture up there. He's playing with his subscribers, right? So people are suspecting that the character Trey Melvin, maybe he'll come out with another name now. Everybody's trying to go viral, honey. This, I don't know, but the Trey Melvin story, I don't know how big that got to be. I think most people suspect that that's not him announcing his potential suicide. We can know that's going to be some kind of stunt. But as far as this Kevin Samuels thing, he better come out right away. I just don't see how you can deny that you knew this story was trending and people are thinking you did, unless you're enjoying the numbers, because it's going to draw numbers, right? He'll get a couple 100,000 views on his channel for this. So we don't know how desperate it is. Oh, what I was saying was, from what I could tell, he talks about the same thing every day. Well, everything is either about these prize-winning niggas he talks about, high value, whatever, girl. High value. He puts a suit on them, girl, and puts a pinky ring on them, and now they high value men. We ain't seeing none of the numbers, nigga. But the women, that's his primary conversation, and it's always to degrade women and to lower their expectations. Basically, he's saying, if you're under 30 years, if you are over 30 years old, you're unmarried, and you have anything extra on them thighs, you might as well forget about it. Right? You get you a street cleaner. That's about best you can do. That's what you can expect. This is the way he talks. He's obsessed with people's weight, right? He's obsessed with the superficial. He walks around in his apartment all day with a 3-piece suit on. Whatever. It's so easy to be drawn into there to them where you criticize somebody and you have not got confirmation that he's alive yet. I don't see how people like TMZ or something wouldn't have had this by now. They generally have it very quickly. They don't seem to be very interested. Hi, True Black Cheetah. True Black Cheetah. All right, that's an unusual name. You probably who we talking about? Kevin Samuels. We and I'd say about 30 other people on YouTube, and then the whole Twitter sphere. I don't know what he's doing on Facebook, but he's gone what you call a viral, right? But no reputable channels so far have any interest in this. So they're not reporting it. These are all just people my size or smaller. Is he dead or not? Get to the point. Is he dead or not? I don't know, girl. How would I know? Shit, he ain't called me. He said he won't answer his phone. Okay, 3-piece suit. Okay, maybe it's a 2-piece suit. He goes back and forth. He has one in every color. Sitting around your apartment, and then you're a high value man, he said. Veronica said Kevin Samuel is as fake as they come. Shit. Everybody supposed to be skinny. He ain't got no interest in no damn woman. He don't like no curves, girl. He doesn't like y'all curves, child. Because I'm just saying, I ain't gonna say it out loud, but you know, you like them look like boys, means. He's real slim, you know. I just said, what are you saying? Is Kevin a stump queen? Yes. We're gonna find out. He usually comes on every day, right? So ain't no way in hell he can say he didn't know. Oh, I didn't know they would say that. I didn't know that they said that. Bullshit. Ain't no way in hell, honey. Ain't no way in hell. Not only do you live by your phone, you also your whole life is here on YouTube. This is the only success you've ever known, child. They say he used to work in the cosmetic section of the damn department stores. So this is very important to him. He done made a name for himself by stealing the Thomas Sotomayor persona. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Egyptian goddess. Yeah, y'all get my books. I didn't write today. I went shopping for me a new item. I went looking for a new horsey. I did find something kind of cute though. Y'all want me to show you? I know they're gonna be talking about me all night. I'm bragging now. I told you I was gonna go get me a horsey, right? Because I collect horses, but I couldn't find no horsey. Let me show you what I did get. Move out the way, you ding, 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 the ding, ding, the ding, ding. Move your bum. Some people like this kind of stuff. The haters don't. Haters never like anything, girl. Haters don't. They don't like decorating all that because they don't know what the hell they're doing. So there's a store here called Stuff. They also have a website. And I'm a regular customer. Or sometimes I get bored. I want to buy me something new. Y'all want to see it? Y'all want to see it? Like Jay Wilson. Y'all want to see it? So this is what I found instead of a horsey. Come on now. Okay. The Roman soldier. You know, I have a lot of this. My style is called neoclassical. So it involves a lot of Romans and Greeks. So there's two of them. They are bookends. Ain't it cute? The man showed me he went online to show me to prove that his prices were right. And it was like $300 online. I mean, I'm sure he knows where to go. But that satisfied me, right? I got to get something cute every once in a while. I shop for home items like most people shop for clothing. Like you want to go get you a new blouse or something. Or a lot of people got this thing about shoes. They go get them some shoes. I always go get something for the apartment. Of course, that means throwing something else out. I'll calling up one of my girlfriends. Said, girls, y'all need new bookends? Mm-hmm. You thought it was a fish. It's a helmet, girl. It's a helmet. You stick this under the books and push it in. So in this thing over here, I'm going to put books in the middle, but I'm going to put books in the back and then push it in. Something, whatever. I got a lot of books. It's cute. Roman soldier. No, I don't get into, oh, the Romans, they killed the Christ and all that stuff. No, I get it all. I get the Egyptians, the Romans, the Greeks, and all that stuff. I enjoy it. I enjoy the classic style. Thank you, Simply Cheek. Simply Clinique 01. Hey, RJ Supreme. Car salesmen are high value since they wear suits. RJ Supreme says, Uncle Tim, I guess car salesmen are high value since they wear a suit. Child, Kevin Samuels got his start in department stores. I used to work for department stores. I've had plenty of experience working for department stores, child. I work at Neiman Marcus in Beverly Hills. I work at Robinson's in Beverly Hills. Where else I work? I work for, Broadway. Anyway, they want you to dress like the customers, right? If you're going to be in a department store, particularly in the places where he goes, in men's suits and all that, you'll notice that the employees look just like the customers. But the difference is the customers can afford this stuff that they wear, and the employees, girl, are struggling trying to look like them. So they have suits and they have cologne. Kevin Samuels got every variety of cologne, jewelry. He's into all that superficial stuff. That does not make the man, honey. I'd rather see a dude with some goddamn army boots on if he's going out there to his construction company. What's he actually doing? Dressing up is not. What is that? You can take a homeless person and put a suit on him, comb his hair, child. So he becomes a high value man now. Oh, the high value man uses this. Just a squirt. And then for him, almost all women are low value people. And they're supposed to worship these fools. My car salesman wore a very tight suit, but he looked nice. He had the body for it, right? Ooh, y'all remember when that motherfucker jumped out that trunk? Where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where the money reside? She was a car salesman, right? She was selling cars, child. Now you see what the money reside is. High value. Does he own the lot? Kevin Samuels playing dress up shit. I sold Sister Number One. Soul Sister number one show. Thank you for coming in. The Kevin on the Tube retired his character. He in the wild away from the tax man. What'd you say, Amber? The Kevin on the Tube on YouTube retired his character. He in the wild away from the tax man. Girl, they want to know about them 1 million subscribers, child. How does that transpose into cash? Neiman Marcus had a friend. I had a friend work there. She would shop a finest basement to look like she worked. Okay. She would shop a finest basement. That must be a different store to look like she worked. Well, you can develop a style, nothing wrong with people wearing clothes and so forth, but it's really a young person's kind of job. There are some people who work for department stores their whole life, but from what I remember, department store life was, it was almost like minimum wage, retail in general, and retail's taking a serious licking here lately because of all this internet stuff. We have whole mall here downtown, but no, they can't rent it out. It's not even open yet. It's brand new. Retail stores, and then when COVID hit, forget about it. But I don't think that makes you no high value man because you are image consultant. Now, I would imagine an image consultant, that language comes from department stores, high-end department stores. They don't give you a 20% discount. No, motherfucker. I need a 90% discount. But now, Neiman Marcus did me wrong. Now, I didn't understand because I had personally not experienced bigotry and prejudice in the workforce, right? So I was working at Broadway department store, which is also in Beverly Hills, right across the street from Beverly Hills High, in the heart of Beverly Hills. This job was basically a minimum wage job. It was I worked in housewares, right? So they were hiring at Neiman Marcus, which is really in the heart of Beverly Hills, right off Rodale Drive. So I said, let me mosey my black ass over here to Neiman Marcus because they were paying quite a bit more than what they were paying at Robinson's. So I go there and I interview with the woman, and I'm dressed up, got my suit on, tie, and all that kind of stuff. And the lady calls me. She hires me, right? And when I go back report for the job, I think it was 3 days later, I had my suit on and everything. They escorted me down to the marking room. Now, here's the thing about the marking room and why I'm calling this prejudice and bigotry. I never applied for any marking room. I didn't even know what a marking room was. It never occurred to me that people are down in the basement putting price tags on things, right? But when I got to the marking room, on the floor, everybody was white. They had one black guy, he sold suits when I did my walkthrough, right? When I got to the marking room, everybody in the marking room was black or Mexican, without one exception, right? So they just put you there based on your color, right? So I had a real problem with Neiman Marcus. I didn't make it there very long, honey. As soon as I can get something else, I was gone, baby. High value. It'll be interesting to see what happens with all that. I think it's just an internet hoax myself. The novel I'm writing on, that's what they're doing. They're hoaxing and so forth. Things get out of control. It is a murder mystery, but these people these three people are trying to get the highest numbers, trying to go viral, to get viral videos, and they're doing this in the beef sector, basically. Right. That's why I find this thing so interesting. And I just so many hoax and scams and schemes and all this kind of shit, right? But I don't think if I had 1 million subscribers, I would be risking my viewership to pull some bullshit like this, unless his numbers are falling. They could be falling because he talks about the same thing every day. High value man. You know, bitch. You know how to treat a woman so affectionately. Can you treat her like a lady? You can see. And you know what I mean. I'm gonna love her like a woman. How do you treat people, nigga? How do you treat people? Do you go on YouTube or on social media and call women fat pigs? Call them old ladies because they reach 35, girl? You throw away people because they're poor? How you defining manhood? See? That's what annoyed me about that boy. She got all the, the soft lights on and the colognes. They all sit on the desk, right? Everything pretty. A high value man. Whatever. He made it work for himself. He made it work for himself, honey. We don't want to go too far into him just in case he's dead. And we don't want to have to deal with the backlash. Neiman Marcus, aka needless markup. Yeah, that shit was expensive in there. I couldn't even fake that, honey. But I didn't need my suit no more because they had me back in the fucking marking room with all the other blacks and Mexicans. Soon as I could line something else up, I was out of there, honey. That's right, Elnor. That's exactly what I'm saying. That is racist. No, it's racist, especially because why do you have a store that every single person in the store is white? And then when you go to the marking room, every single person is black or Mexican. Yeah, I would say that was very, very racist. Now, we going back 30 years, girl. No, longer than that even. When I worked in the department, I was in my early 20s. So, I'm going back 40 years. So I don't know what's going on there now. Fortunately, the world keeps changing. I would assume that they wouldn't be able to get away with that kind of thing by now. But even so, they're probably just using tokens. And we're talking about Neiman Marcus damn near on Brodale Drive, right on. So these rich people, they get away with a lot of snobbery, you know. But surely somebody's caught on by now. They put Tim in the discount basement. Jay Wilson gonna love that girl. I ain't thinking about no damn fake ass, phony ass Jay Wilson. I'm a black person, honey. Right. We've been through some certain kind of things, girl. Now, fortunately for me, I haven't experienced a lot of that kind of stuff because I found other ways to make money. Excuse me. Sorry. Sorry if it offends your eardrums, girl. Cover your ears. Yep, Tim. I just saw that Shy Girl Complex. I just saw that Abercrombie and Fitch video on was it on Netflix or it's either on Netflix or Amazon Prime. They did, yeah. That cost them that company. I mean, they suffered tremendously because of their hiring practices, right? They had everybody, these young white kids, but not only were the models in all of their advertisements, these cut beautiful people in their underwear and all that. Although they're selling clothes, the people are naked, right? But they're all white. And then they got in trouble because not only were the people in their models all white, their sales people were also all white. Like you have to be white in order to buy the clothes. I guess other people would degrade. I think the Asian people who are the ones who took them to court. Baby, calm down. I'm gonna give you some attention, okay? It must be near 4:30. Let me see. Let me do that. It must be near 4. Girl, what's the time? Yep, 4:36. He gets sensitive around this time. Tommy Sotomayor does that too, of course. Samuels was a fan of Tommy Sotomayor. He stood over and studied him, and he saw what got the people excited. And then he based his, according to Tommy Sotomayor, he stole his stick and polished it up a little bit, and then came back. Now he's Kevin Samuels. I think he had a point there. Maybe we all did minimum wage jobs in my early 20s. Girl, she was still in there ripping off people for student loans. Yeah, I worked at Arthur Treacher's Fish and Chips. I worked at theaters taking tickets. I did all kind of jobs, child. No shame in it, child. You gotta work. You gotta work. I can see that old bitch trying to work somewhere, girl, in her 90s, girl. I gotta pay for the hell. I gotta pay for. I can see her as a doorman, girl, in her 90s, still work. I got a job. I work. I go up there and kick her in them goddamn feet, girl. Get your old ass up, bitch. Of course, I'll be even older than her. I'll be 100. Mm-hmm. Kevin Samuel's stepfather was white. Maybe he thinks that's a quality man. I don't know. They wouldn't hire blacks or brown people for the sales floor either. That's right. So, Shy Girl, there's a documentary about that on Netflix now, in case you haven't seen it. No, retail is I mean, it's cleaner than working in restaurants. I mean, usually, young people are going to work in retail. They're going to work in restaurants. If you go to Starbucks today, you're going to find young people. Unfortunately, now you see a lot of old people who still have to work to support themselves, to enhance their living, supplement their income. But generally speaking, it's a young people person's thing. You go to the mall and you get a job, honey. And the retailers, they like young people to work there. I don't know where he would find a read in that, but she will. She's so nasty, Miss Wilson. Mm-hmm. You was in a minority too because you was a teenager. Yeah, teenagers love retail. They can hang out at the mall. They can, you're very into, clothes and all that kind of stuff too. So they're also big customers. When I go to the mall here, sometimes I go down and I'll get me myself a Philly cheesesteak. And so the train comes right in front of my window. I can take it all the way. The train goes into the mall. I can get it. And when I get back home, it's still hot. 5 minutes there, 5 minutes back. It's still hot when I get back home. That's how close, but I see there's mostly young people there and all the lunch counters, all, they got the little restaurants and all that. They say that malls are having a real hard time competing with Amazon, companies like that. I don't know, but I still see when I go in there in the daytime, there's a lot of young people there, and most of them are on their lunch breaks and so forth. And a lot of them hang out there. Young, pretty girls would work laundry. Of course, they're gonna have that at Victoria's Secret. But hell, you ain't got to be white to be pretty. You still be a white. You can be any color and be pretty, honey. Shit, there's fine people in all races, girl. What the hell do they got to do with the clothes you're selling? But see, they made them as the Abercrombie and Fitch because all they emphasized was the bodies, the nakedness of the youth of the people. It really wasn't about the clothes because the clothes were just average. It's just the same old shit that we always wear. I mean, how long men be wearing these button-down shirts? They don't change nothing. It make the horse a little bit bigger, or a little bit smaller, but that's it. So there's nothing special about the clothes, but people are just enticed by the look. That's why they always want to project a certain image, and they got in all kind of trouble about it. And with the photographer and with the owner of the company. Apparently, they both like the boys. Mm-hmm. Things are changing, but it changes slowly. You got to call the people out, honey. Whenever you see it, you got to call it out. Elnor, remember TV ads very seldom had black faces or people of color? Of course, yes. They never had them on TV. It was a big deal. I remember when Julia first came on. Julie was played by Diane Carroll. She was a nurse. She had a little boy named Corey. And that was, as far as I know, the first black television show. So we all ran to see that, right? And things slowly changed. We had good times and all that kind of stuff. But Julia was the first. Then they had I Spy, which was, what's his name? Whatever. The man with the rape charges. Anyway, but it was very rare. And what tickles me today is every movie I watch, whether it is filmed in United States or in Europe. Like today, I watched this little gangster movie with whatever. It's filmed in London. They always have black people in all of them now, right? So the world, it's changed, but it is a slow process. Now they make an effort to make sure that they got black people, right? Because what difference does it make? Most of those roles, girl, if you ain't the star of the show, what difference does it make who's working on the counter? What difference does it make what color the policeman is? The world has changed. So now I guess that time they say, well, it's not believable for the police captain to say to be black. Now it's a huge part of them play that role. And in real life as well. And I've said this before, but when they were trying to get rid of Trump, and I didn't realize they have so many black women who are mayors of cities, big cities, Atlanta, San Francisco, a lot of big cities had black women as mayors. That wasn't the way it was before. All up in politics and everything. So, but this is y'all world now. I'm not really a part of it. This is a man's world. It would be nothing without a sweet woman or a girl. Man, make the car. I don't know if they like that kind of music now or not. Tasha K say a man named Kevin Samuels was brought in Grady in Atlanta as has expired. Tasha K said that? Then you know we're gonna check that out, girl. I ain't challenging you. I'm just saying I want to see her story because she is somewhat reputable, somewhat about a story like that. So let's put in here Tasha K. Let's see what she say. It's her headline. We ain't gonna play her stuff. Okay, 4 hours ago, Tasha K posted her headline was exclusive Rihanna, a rocky engagement. Okay, so she didn't make that a headline in her story. So I don't know. I don't see her talking about Tim Samuels though, unless she just mentioned it in her story. I think if he was really dead though, that would be a headline in her story. So we got to give it a day or so, you know. Working on commission in retail is a double-edged sword. Mm-hmm. Well, you can't do it here. I mean, there was a time when you could move to San Francisco and just get you a job down in Macy's and get your own apartment and all that, but you can't afford to do that now. Not what they pay in retail, unless you got 2 or 3 different income streams of income. It's gotten bad. It's gotten bad here. I imagine it's bad in a lot of cities. I mean, you just don't make enough money to do that. And I used to wonder, how are these beautiful ass people, because they still got gorgeous people all over the Castro, all these gay people. I live right at the edge, the beginning of the Castro. But all these young people, where the hell are they coming from? How are they paying all this rent? And then when I was volunteering for the Castro Country Club, and I was invited to a couple of these guys' apartments for a little get-togethers or whatever, they have the living room is somebody's bedroom. If it's a 2-bedroom apartment, they got 2-bedroom apartment. And sometimes they'll have a bed in the dining room. All this just to pay the rent. That's how bad it can be. So that's why I don't give a fuck about no James. I mean, just Jay Wilson. Jay Wilson talking about, you living on the system. You living on, girl, don't bring your punk ass here talking that bullshit, girl. You living on anything this day. If you have a roof over your head, girl, and you can afford to pay for it for yourself, girl, praise God and be grateful. Be grateful. Be grateful. Mm-hmm. So I guess Rico's a loser for drinking, and I'm a loser for not drinking. Okay. Oma's Storytime World. Jay Wilson probably won't make it to 90 at that weight. You better start working on it, girl. He said he was in the gym. He said, I was in the gym. I got to start off slow, you know. I got to. Jay Wilson, the gym will help you build muscle mass, right? The exercise will help you build muscle mass. But the bottom line is you're going to have to stop eating all that shit, girl. I mean, eating is the primary thing. Every doctor I've ever been to in my entire life, girl, has always said the same thing. It is the eating. And you describe yourself as a, what did he say he was? Compulsive eater or something? Be quiet, baby. Daddy coming. People always want to tell you what a disaster your life is. You motherfucker make it to 65, 64 years old. I don't want to see it, girl. And what condition you gonna be in? And will you be out from under that mortgage by then, girl? Or will you still be paying off student loans, nigga? You went to school 40 years ago, girl. You still talking about, you need to go to college. You need to go to college. You're the absolute last person, girl, who needs to be on here touting the attributes of going to college, right? Because you're an example that don't mean shit, girl. It don't mean a goddamn thing. You still gonna be working 5 jobs to the day you die. You think Amos and Andy was the first black show? Oh, I think that's before my time. Amos and Andy was before Julia. Yeah, that was an old show. That was an old minstrel show, wasn't it? Amos and Andy. I thought that was a radio show. Was Amos and Andy a radio show? I think it was Tiki. Maybe later on they got on television, but I don't remember them being on television. I don't want to see that shit. That blackface and stuff. You could never do it today. Hi, Connie Bernard. I hope he's okay. Yeah, but don't listen to him, Connie Bernard. All he gonna do is degrade you. I don't think not understand what the point was. How you can tell somebody they too old to meet one of these high quality niggas you talking about, girl? Where do they exist at, bitch? Aren't most of those men taken any goddamn way? You gonna get you a high value man. You got to lose at least 300. You got to lose at least 300 pounds and take them kids down there and get rid of them because you can't raise no. Don't no man want no kids. Man don't want everything negative he can think of to say about a woman. He says it, and they just go on there and just call and call and call. Now he's been accused of these calls being fake, right? He's finding fake people who are on his payroll to call in there so he can insult them. That's entertainment for him. Nat King Cole show. Nat King, I still think Julia goes down in history as being the first maybe she's the first African American sitcom. I don't know what the categories are. Nat King Cole show, that'd be before my time, honey. I was born in 58. So in 68 is around the time that Julia came on. It came to TV with the black cast. You talking about Amos and Andy? I never saw that. Yeah, unfortunately, people watching All in the Family. We all watched that. All the black people watched it too. Just about a bunch of bigots. Archie Bunker was an old bigot. Then they had spin-off shows from that. And then we had all these black shows, comedy shows. I mean, things are a lot better now. It just tickles me when I see so many black people. I said, well, if you were a working actress or actor in Hollywood, you're probably doing all right now, right? As far as getting roles. And there are some people making some good money. You hope it's not true? Well, I just looked at Tasha K's page, and I think that if it was any truth to it, it would have been her title. But no, she was talking about Nicki Minaj. They never get tired of talking about them 4 or 5 women. Nicki Minaj, those women over there. They never get tired of it. I guess they follow the celebrities like we follow each other. I don't see much difference in it, to tell you the truth. Oh, that's why I don't. Black ladies gotta stop calling his show and being fodder for him. That's true, shy girl. Black ladies gotta stop calling his show and being fodder for him and his crowd. Right. They won't go on there just to make fun of you. Why would you call it a show like that? So a lot of people have suggested that those people are fake. They're just women on there pretending to be, real regular people. And they call in there knowing that they're only calling in to be insulted. He calls them all kind of fat pigs and everything. He tells them that they're over 30 years old, that they might as well sit down some damn where. Stop having cheering. She got all the answers. Squeenie, come here. Denny. Donovan do with it. Any, meeny. Stay here. Get it bum up here. I'm behind in the comments. Okay, let me get it caught up. Sweeney, I'm gonna have to get rid of you. I can't concentrate. He's just learning English. I'm behind, huh? Let me see. How can I be behind him? I'm all the way rolled up. Okay, you go to top. You go to live messages. That gets it better. I don't know. Are you the real Charles Dawson? I don't appreciate that dude come over here faking like he's you. We want to talk to you. Yeah, you sound like the real one. Okay. I don't know if it would help for you to change your picture on your thumbnail, Charles Dawson, but stealing someone's picture only takes a right click, right? You can right copy and use it, and he can follow you. Okay. And then there's Maud. Right on, Maud. It came the easy credit ripoffs. Ain't you lucky we got 'em? Good time. Yeah. Moving on to the east side, to a deluxe apartment in the sky. Moving on up, we finally got a piece of the pie. Fish don't fry in the kitchen, a bean don't burn on the grill. Took a whole lot of climbing just to get up that hill. Now we're up in the big league, getting our turn at best. As long as we live, it's you and me, baby, and there ain't nothing wrong with that. Yeah, we're moving on. They ought to be pissed off at him if he's letting this damn story go on that he's dead and he's not dead. I don't give a damn what he come out here talking about, child. Oh, I was on vacation. I was on the Bahamas. No, girl, the internet works in the Bahamas just like it works here. No matter where you at, there is no excuse. That makes me think, and particularly if you're willing to actually hire women to call in there to be insulted, you're capable of anything. Hey, Charles Dawson. Yes, I'm the real Charles. I'll have to change my pick. I don't why some troll wants to impersonate me, because they know you respect it over here, right? So we'll listen to what you have to say. That's why they come on. That's tired, though. They've done it to a lot of people. They used to come over here, James Caldwell and all that kind of shit. But your personality is totally different than his. So it was good to see you. Is he dead or no? I guess no, girl. So am I up on my is the last comment true from You Gotta Love YouTube? True though, he should say something if he can. Or the last one is Connie Bernard. Charles Dawson, I'm over the cold weather. So I'm caught up now, right? I hope so. He should say something if he can. There's also a possibility that there was actually an incident at his apartment and someone was unresponsive, but that don't mean that they are dead, honey. Right? And even if he did have an incident, it was rushed to the hospital. People rush to the hospital every day. That's why we got hospitals. So you know how this internet stuff goes. One thing builds on the other thing. And although I think he should have somebody that can let us know this boy ain't dead. You love Good Times? You watched every season more than 5 times. We were all watching in them days, baby. Good Times, The Jeffersons, Get Christy Love. You under arrest, sugar. Get Christy Love. What was the other ones? There was more than that. Stanford and Son. Stanford and Son was real big. We get the other ones. I used to like a lot of them old white shows too, like Petticoat Junction. Let me see. There's a little hotel called the Shady Rest at the junction, Petticoat Junction. And that's Uncle Joe. He's a moving kind of slow at the junction, Petticoat Junction. Woo, woo. I watched all those too. Those were all in reruns though. When I was in, I guess in the 60s, early 70s. That Green Acres is the place for me. Farm living is the life for me. Land spreading out so far and wide. Keep Manhattan, just give me that countryside. Dun, 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 dun. New York is where I'd rather stay. I get allergic smelling hay. I just adore a penthouse view. Darling, I love you. Forgive me, Park Avenue. You are my wife. Goodbye to your life. Green Acres, we are. Ba-dum-dum-dum-dum. I knew all those shows too, honey. Beverly Hillbillies. Mm-mm. I did love Maude. Mm-hmm. Ain't it something that people are all dead now? Jesus. Mm-hmm. And then there's Maude. Right on, Maude. Mm-hmm. Jane Kennedy was Wonder Woman? She was? That might have been when I stopped watching television, though. Jane Kennedy was Wonder Woman. I don't remember that. I know Eartha Kitt was Catwoman. She came on periodically. Well, baby, calm down. I got to take my baby out to go pee-pee poo-poo. He's a half hour past his time. You know, they have a built-in clock, you know. Y'all don't have no dogs. Y'all need to consider it. They're just such wonderful companions. It's always good to see you. Okay. I'm trying to catch you live when I can. Okay, Charles Dawson. Good to see you too. Petticoat Junction. Woo, woo. You remember Arnold the Pig? Who was Arnold the Pig on? Was he on Petticoat Junction? Your favorite was Gunsmoke? Mm-mm. Did I like Gunsmoke? I don't remember. I wasn't real big on the Cowboys. I remember that one had called Branded. King of the man who roam. What do you do when you're branded? And you know that you're alone. Whatever you do for the rest of your life, you must prove that you're a man. I remember that one. Green Acres is the place for me. Yes, Lord, honey. See, back then we all watched the same stuff. We only had 4 channels. Now you got 600. You got channels all over the television. You got all the cable channels. You got all this YouTube channels. You got all this shit, all these different companies, Zeus and all this stuff. You got a lot more choices. So we're not all necessarily watching the same stuff anymore. Right? It used to be the same conversation around the dinner table, honey. Oh, I used to like Andy Griffith. Little Opie. Now he's an old man. Shit. I'm just saying it makes you feel old when these people who, I remember Opie when he's just a little tiny kid, like maybe 10 years old or something like that. And he's an old man now, which means I'm an old man now. Mm-hmm. Arnold was on Green Earth. Okay. Oh, yeah. He had those parents. What's the other one? There was another one called Ma and Paul Kettle. You remember the Kettles? Yeah, Arnold. You're right. I do remember Arnold on Green Acres. The little general store. Mm-hmm. Arnold, a talking pig. No, he didn't talk. He just had. But they treated Arnold like he was a dog. You remember the Kettles? Ma and Paul Kettle. Mm-hmm. Tell me what this song's from. Where, oh, where are you tonight? Why did you leave me here all alone? I searched the world over, thought I found true love. You met another and you was gone. Y'all remember that? Hee-haw! Hee. That's right, boys. The reason. They had another one too. I forget it. What's up, Mud? Blue, the other hee-haw. Blue despair and agony on me. Whoa. Deep, dark depression, excessive misery. Whoa. If it weren't for bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. Blue despair and agony on me. He. Y'all brought back the memories, child. I guess all that stuff is available if you like nostalgia. I don't like old stuff for some reason. I mean, I loved it when it was going on. But that stuff was even in reruns for me. Right? In the 60s. I guess it would be in the 70s too. It was long years back then too. I mean, to think your whole life, whole teenager life into a grown man, all took place in the 70s. Saturday evening. Minnie Pearl, Buck Owens, and Roy Clark. Oh my goodness, Charles Dawson. You giving away your age, man. Minnie Pearl. Miss Minnie Pearl will leave her price tags on stuff. She like Jay Wilson, Miss Minnie Pearl. She got that price tag on everything, child. Some of these kids now then adopted that style. They leave the price tag on their hats. But that, I think that came from Minnie Pearl. Mm-hmm. Big Valley. Oh, you like all them cowboys. Cowboys and Indians. It wasn't Indian. It was cowboy shows, right? Good night, John Boy. The Waltons. You like watching the old shows? We should try it out. Maybe it'll bring back some more memories, honey. I don't know. Music does that, though. You listen to old music, it'll bring back memories. Mm-hmm. Well, several watch the Waltons. I don't like all of them. I don't think I like cowboys. I don't think. I remember John Boy. I thought he was cute. Mm. Dr. Wynn, Medicine Woman. You remember Christy Love? Get Christy Love? You under arrest, sugar. Saturday morning cartoons, Stevie J. Squeeny Dog, he watches cartoons. Every time I leave the house, I leave the cartoons on for him. So I don't know if he's actually looking at them or not, but sometimes I catch him. He'll be sitting there watching, because cartoons are mostly dogs, and cats and dogs, right? Diagnosed Murder. I like that. Oh, was that same one from the Mary Tyler Moore Show? Dick Van Dyke. Barnaby Jones. Remember Barnaby Jones? Barnaby Jones, he was so goddamn old. Buddy Epson. He was from Beverly Hillbillies. Then they had Mannix, Joe Mannix. Then they had everything was either a sitcom or a detective police show, right? So they had don't do the crime if you can't do the time. No, don't do it, and keep your eye on the sparrow. Beretta. Mm-hmm. What was that one used to chase the ghost? Korshak. Was it Korshak? He was the one that chased the ghost. Then they had the big fat guy. What's his name? Cannon. Frank Cannon. Yes, Lord. Foxy Brown and Cleopatra Jones. But those were movies. Those were movies. Then they had an era of the blaxploitation movies, where they started making all these blacks. They always make the criminals the heroes until they get killed at the end. The blaxploitation movies, all full with players and pimps and gangsters and drug dealers and all this shit. But they always had to make sure that they fall at the end. Ooh, did you mention Columbo? Maybe I still watch Columbo. That's the only one I still watch. They got them all on Amazon Prime. Every episode. I can't watch it no more. I know every episode by heart. That was my favorite show as far as they had Columbo, and then they had McMillan and Wife. Then they had The Streets of San Francisco. Ben Casey, Marcus Welty. Oh, you like the medical shows. Okay. Hawaii Five-0. MacGyver. Ooh, Lord, that's a lot. We had a lot of good stuff. Truck Turner. Taxi. Y'all remember everything. Okay. The Jeffersons are on Amazon Prime too. Okay. Would I enjoy that again? I don't know. That was Roxy Roker. She was what's her name's mother. Afros were huge. Afros rules, honey. They think they're wearing wigs now, baby. They used to rock them Afro wigs. My mama had one. One time I snuck. This is funny. When I was a teenager, I wanted to be the same. I thought I was gonna be like Al Green, right? The only issue was I could not sing. I could not sing. I probably sang worse then than I do now, right? But I wanted to be, so I wanted to go to this club. I heard there was this gay club downtown Indianapolis. So I put on my 3-piece suit and my mama's Afro wig and went down and did this karaoke at this bar. I must have looked like a goddamn, first of all, the suit was polyester, 3-piece polyester suit, child, with this great big old Afro wig, right? That was the fashion at the time. People had big hair and could not sing a lick. Fortunately, the people, they were nice. They said, oh, that's so cute. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? Ooh, Dynasty Island. I remember Dynasty. What was in that era? It was Dynasty, Falcon Crest, Dallas. Who else was in that area? They had a lot of Soap. That was a little bit later on. It's still in the 70s, however. All in the Family spun off so many shows. Well, I got to admit, even though he was a raging bigot, I used to watch All in the Family. Just see how ridiculous this fool was. You didn't need to iron the polyester, Lord. If you iron the polyester, you're going to melt it. Poly and Esther, baby. Leisure suits and things. Knox Landing. Okay, that's the other one I was thinking about. That went along with Dynasty and all that. Knox Landing. Now, they didn't remake some of these series, but they just don't have the same punch they did the original, right? I mean, they have a Dynasty on there now on Amazon, but it just doesn't have the same. It's not the same. Sometimes you have to just let a thing go. Who killed JR? That was the big story. So I guess we got who killed Kevin Samuels now, but then everybody wanted to know who killed JR. Do you remember who it was, Veronica? Was his own mama or daddy killed him? JR was an evil motherfucker. He's the one that played in I Dream of Jeannie. Oh, that's another one. I Dream of Jeannie, Lucy. What's the little girl was I Dream of Jeannie, Lucy. Oh, Bewitched. Oh, Flip Wilson, baby. Miss Geraldine. I'm gonna call Killer, sugar. Killer gonna kill you. Flip Wilson. I remember that. He was also Reverend Leroy. He was also Reverend J. Wilson. Oh, his name was Flip Wilson. I wonder if that was incarnate. His name was Flip Wilson. Maybe that's how J. Wilson got his name from. What did I sing? Al Green. You know how delusional children are, child. I probably wasn't even 17 years old then. I always wanted to be Al Green. I just loved his music. Don't get me going. Don't even start with Al Green, honey. I'll be gone for another hour and a half. My baby be the peed on itself. It was Kristen that shot him. his wife's sister, J.R. Okay, shot J.R. Kristen. Okay. That was a big story. I used to love Dynasty. Dynasty was the one. They said Kristen shot him. Tore his ass up. Sue Ellen. Evening of songs. Yeah, well, we do. Oh, we can do a StreamYard of singing. Yes, let some of the people who could actually sing. Bewitch had 2 Darrens, Darren Stevens, and that mother, and Dora. Look like Geraldine. Some of these people in the beef sector look like Geraldine. Oh, I think the ugliest one, though, they used to always put these black comedians in drag, right? The ugliest one, though, I think was Jamie Foxx, honey. That was an ugly woman. She was on Living Color. She was so ugly that the Dracula drunked out the goddamn window, girl. From the halls of Beelzebub. That's terrible even when the Dracula got to jump out the window, girl. He didn't want to bite into none of that, baby. I was gonna rock his world. Where you going, baby? Where you going? Now all that is still on YouTube. That's still funny. Miss Geraldine, and she made his career. Al Green, let me say sense, baby. I gotta be careful with Al Green. I'll be singing for another hour and a half, Jer. I used to know every damn song he made. Everything came out of Al Green's mouth. I knew. I don't think I saw him in concert though till I was in my 20s. My mother came to Hollywood to visit me, and we went to an Al Green concert, and that's the first time I'd seen him, even though she knew I was a huge fan for all of my teens, you know. Dr. Bombay, paging Dr. Wilson, paging Dr. Wilson. He said you're a doctor, right? Paging Dr. Wilson. You can't up with you and sing the song. Okay, that's gonna be a date, Charles Dawson. We're gonna get together and sing. I'll let y'all sing. Because sometimes, see, the only ones that bother about my horrible singing is the ones who can really sing. The choir members say, oh. Another song. Other people don't give a shit, right? Anyway, people. Okay, Connie Bernard gonna be singing with you guys. Okay. What are we gonna do it on a Saturday or something where people are at home? Ooh, Luther Vandross. The ultimate crooner. Somebody told me I should learn how to lip sync. Anyway, people, I gotta take my dog out. Thanks y'all for coming in. We'll see by tomorrow if this boy is dead or not. I doubt it. And I will say it right off the top that if he's sitting up here laying back and let this go on, then he is wrong. Because all you gotta do is show your face. Later, people. Love you guys.